Hello. Hi. How's it going? You know, most of the time, you can't really tell how long it took me to set up, but I think Risk of Rain 2 is a pretty good example of the opposite of that, because the main menu has like a really, really long song that I can't even remember if it loops. I'm sure it loops eventually, but you probably pinpoint exactly how long it took me to get set up just by where I was in that song. It feels like I'm forgetting something. This is what always happens when I, like, take a day off. I think I'm good, though. I think I'm good. New update day! I literally uninstalled this game, like, a week ago because I needed space on my PC, and I was like, I'm probably never gonna play this game again. And then a new update came out, so sure. Monsoon, as always, I will be checking out the new character. It says that all of these are new characters because I had to reinstall the game. But, yeah, Bandit. Bandit, new character. Let's see. Backstab. All attacks from behind are critical strikes. Fire a shotgun burst for 5 times 100% damage. Can hold up to 4 shells. So, I don't know if that's saying, like, it charges up and then you get 5 times 100% damage, but if you don't have all 4 shells, it would just be like 1 times 100% damage. I'm not sure. I imagine you have to hold them and then it unleashes them all. I don't know. Or maybe it's just 4 use. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Serrated Dagger. Lunge and slash for 360% damage and walk away. Critical strikes also cause hemorrhaging. 2000% base damage over 15 seconds. Hemorrhage can stack. Ouch. That's pretty good, depending on the cooldown, but that seems really, really good. Stunning. Deal 200% damage, become invisible, then deal 200% damage again. Okay. Lights Out. Slayer deals up to 3 times damage against low health enemies. Fire a revolver shot for 600% damage. Kills reset all your cooldowns. Yeah, so it functions pretty similarly. Like, that was the main gimmick of Bandit in the first game, is the Lights Out ability recharging all of your cooldowns. So I'm glad to see that it's mostly the same. Smoke bomb. Okay. And that's just the skin, yeah. I thought when I saw 5, I was like, oh, can you change the backstab? But no, it's just skin. All right. Beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon. Interesting. They changed the requirements for the B skin, or the mastery. So you could just like beat the game on easy, or does easy make it so you can't unlock things? No, you could just beat the game on easy and get that skin. Which is like a huge, huge downgrade from obliterating yourself on Monsoon. Not that obliterating yourself on Monsoon is that difficult with most of the characters, but still kind of funny. Requires Bandit Classic Man. As Bandit, successfully use Lights Out to reset your cooldown 15 times in a row. Doesn't seem that bad. As Bandit, kill a monster with 20 stacks of hemorrhage. That seems pretty rough. Again, depending on the cooldown. Like, even with bosses. Like, that's a lot of damage over time, just when you get, like, 5 stacks of it. Because it's more than 100% base damage per second. It's like 1.2? I forget the math. As Bandit, kill the final boss with Lights Out. That seems easy enough. I mean, it's saying that from a guy who has still never killed the last boss, but alright. That seems decent. Let's try it out. It has been a while since I played the game, though. It has been a decent bit. My fucking sends feel like really weird. Okay, I like how fast you move with the mobility. or the movement ability. And did it automatically put me in sprint when I used that? I think it did. That's nice. I forgot that the sprint button was not shift. I was immediately trying to sprint, but just use that ability. So I use... Okay, nice. Legendary. So it is 5 shots, but like it is like... It's like a huge spread on that. I mean, maybe not that huge. Yeah, it's not that bad. But if you're shooting things that like are mid-range, you're probably not going to hit with all the shots. And if you suck at aiming like I do. But you can use that really quickly. Also, nice hemorrhage, dude. Nice hemorrhage. I should be doing that, right? There's a huge delay on the lights out ability. Also, why can't I sprint? Hello? Why can't I sprint? Is that a bug? Weird. My sprint key was not working. Oh, so it actually... Okay, my sprint key is still not working. I put it on... Oh, I rebound it to F. What the fuck am I talking about? It's controlled by default, I think. That's why I was getting confused. Yeah, there is a really long delay on lights out. That'll take a little bit of getting used to. Surprised that worked. I forgot about the whole backstab thing, right? Should I be trying to do that? Probably, but I don't think it matters that much. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get the 15 lights outs in a row. That seems pretty easy. Like, I could just wait here for a little bit and keep doing it if I wanted to. I guess because I was talking about the cooldown of the hemorrhage ability. I forget the actual name of the ability. But, yeah, I guess cooldown is kind of like whatever. Because of the fact that you can just recharge it instantly with lights out. Aim Beast. I should be getting close to the achievement. I'm kind of surprised I haven't gotten it yet. I'm also not really doing anything in the game here. I should maybe look for the portal, which is right in front of me. Directly in front of me. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't have the... There you go. I don't have the best opinion of Risk of Rain, honestly, and I don't think that's too surprising for anyone who has watched me for any amount of time. Really? That's not in the circle? Or they made it so you... Oh, never mind. What? Weird. Can I kill you? Yeah, I can. Not you, though. Alright. I forget that my right click is so short range. So I just, like, do damage by being next to guys? That's interesting. Not what I would expect out of a smoke bomb ability. Oops. Okay, fine. He does a lot of damage, though. Like, this is a very strong man. Oh, god damn it. I wanted to, obviously, use the lights out there. My bad. It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. And I'm dead, by the way, for those wondering. Constant damage from wisps, as usual. That hasn't changed. I did wait like a decade before actually fighting the boss, so it's not too surprising that this is the position I find myself in. I also wasn't really fighting the boss the right way. Nice. You love to see that. God damn, dude. Every single time I use my right-click ability, I miss, because I'm like, I can kill him. I can kill him from here. This is a decent range. I can definitely hit him. You think he can still... Okay, he can't while I'm invisible. That's good to know. Oh, dude, you could just, like, shred this guy. I don't even need to worry about the fact that I'm on 4 HP. Easy peasy. Okay, let's give that another shot. Let's give that one more try. The Bandit seems like a silly strong character, though. I don't think this is going to be that bad at all. Oh, I should also start my timer. Classic. Classic, dude. It's okay. Well, that means that wasn't a real attempt. You know, if I didn't have the timer running, was I really giving it my all? Probably not. Nice, nice. Lights out. Lights out cooldown is not that bad. Like, I remember that being a big thing about the original Bandit is that it had like a fairly long cooldown. So if you missed lights out, it was pretty punishing, but like, what is it? It's like 5 seconds or so? That seems completely understandable. Also, am I going crazy, or did they make chests cheaper? Because I feel like you could never afford, like, one of those special chests that early. God damn it, dude. Please. I beg of you, stop missing. Just for once in your life. I was hoping I could get the backstab effect there, but I think he turned around too quickly. I couldn't tell. Do you... it seems like you just recharge your left click ability, yeah, pretty fast. I was gonna say, do you, like, instantly recharge it when you use shift? It doesn't appear that you do, but it also doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna bank on the portal being over here, because I haven't been paying attention at all. Still having fun with the new character. Forgive me. Ah. God damn it, dude, please. I like how you can shoot to immediately get the second damage effect. Okay. On the smoke bomb, that's pretty good. Obviously, you lose out on the extended invis, but just a different way of using the ability. One of the best, like, flat damage upgrades you can get right off the bat. You love to see it. No, thank you. I literally remember, like, no items in this game, especially the lunar items. Also, this is not where the fucking portal is. Are you kidding me? Oh, it is where the portal is? Are you kidding me? But, yeah, I have very little recollection of the lunar items. Well, that was pretty decent. Yeah, like, this dude shreds bosses. What the fuck? That's, like, pathetic. Especially well, I mean, all of the bosses don't really turn around that quickly. What is that? Oh, it's like one of the worst items in the game. That's what that is. How could I forget? But, yeah, like, none of the bosses, like, rotate that quickly, which means you can pretty easily just get constant crits on them. Just, like, I don't know, it kind of makes the sunglass item, I think they're just called sunglasses or something? I forget the name of everything, even though I literally just picked it up seconds ago. It makes that item feel less important, because normally crits are just, like, one of the easiest ways of scaling damage. So the fact that you basically have a 100% crit chance if you're playing the character correctly, especially on bosses. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that on that guy when he wasn't damaged anyways. Thank you. I was like, where's my lights out? But yeah, with bosses especially, you should, like, always have 100% crit chance. That's pretty cool. This is a fun character to play as, which I can't really say for most of the characters in Risk of Rain 2. My old strategy for, like, I don't know, cheesing the game was to find the thing, you know? The little newt that forces the lunar shop to show up. Because you get that, like, special event thing. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. I said I'll... Oh, yeah, you don't have any money when you first enter an area. That's right. How could I be so naive? But, it's got a fun playstyle, for sure. Ooh, the whiff. Whatever. Whatever. I don't need to get the lights out ability. So, like, I'm trying to figure out how to work in Smoke Bomb. Like, is it something like that? Because that worked pretty well. That worked pretty well. But I'm not sure if I should care so much about the first hit of Smoke Bomb, or if I should just use it as a way of, like, getting behind an enemy. Because it seems pretty useful at just doing that to get the backstab effect. Nice! I don't even have to get a good hit. There you go. Who needs aiming when the game will just count misses for you? Cool, dude. One of the worst items in the game. Awesome. I would say it's even worse than the turret thing I insulted. Okay, good. I was like, you shouldn't count that one, game, please. You've already taken enough pity on my horrible aim. Yeah, I'll just, like, fight the boss now and then spam money on that gambling thing as soon as it's dead. Another stone giant. Brave. Incredibly brave. How is he hitting me from behind him like that? Bullshit, dude. Bullshit. I did take a decent amount of damage there because I just face tanked the laser from the boss, which, in my opinion, shouldn't have hit me in the first place. Because, god damn it, dude. Because I was behind him. Okay. Classic inability to do anything. I'm getting it back, you know. I might not be the fastest shot in the West, but I'm getting some level of competency back here. Oh, that's actually really nice with this character, given the fact that you can guarantee crits. That's pretty snasty. I can't believe I'm actually having fun with Risk of Rain 2. It's just felt like, I don't know, for the most part, the reason I'm having fun with Risk of Rain, and I don't know, maybe it's not fair to talk about it like this, because, like, I'm having fun, right? Like, I shouldn't find an excuse for, like, oh, well, I'm only having fun under these circumstances, you know? I still normally don't think the game... I'm not gonna do that, even though I want to. And I'm dead, so never mind. Fun over, because of the fire elites. The double fire elites. Let's try it again. I like going fast in the game, though, because, for one, it doesn't make me feel that bad about the game's imbalance. And for two, it means that when I die, it doesn't take that long to get back. Let's see if I can find a Newt statue here. I don't know all of the spawn locations on this level. I don't know all of the spawn locations on most levels, but this one especially I don't think I ever knew. I don't even know what you are. Randomly creates a ward of power. All characters deal bonus damage while in the ward. I assume that means enemies too, since most lunar items have like an upside and a downside. Nice use of your right click. It has to mean enemies as well. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the main reason I'm having fun here is because this character can actually do things. Whereas most characters in Risk of Rain 2, I find pretty trash from the baseline. I don't know. I'm still, like, dealing with the problems that all characters have, which is just, like, the majority of incoming damage is, like, hit scan. Via wisps, via bosses. Talking specifically about the golem boss that lasered me, despite being behind it with... You know, I mean, it had good... The attack has telegraphing, but... in the mix of things, it wasn't super visually clear that I was going to get shot with the laser from behind. Especially because I think it started doing the laser while I was hidden in the invis for my smoke bomb ability. And then when I got out of it, it immediately snapped the laser, like, directly on top of my character's body. What am I doing here? Looking for, something that may or may not even exist. I still don't know if you're guaranteed to get a Newt to spawn in each level. I've always just seen it as, like, fairly likely, at the very least, and when it doesn't happen, like, I don't find it, I always assume that it's not because it doesn't exist, but it's probably just because it's in a location that I don't know about. But maybe it's not guaranteed. It's also plausible that it could just be in a location, not that I don't know about them, but that I literally don't have access to, because sometimes you need, like, either, like, 30 double jumps, or the active ability that lets you fly to get to some of the Newt locations. But I give up on it. Can't find it. 3 minutes going into the... Well, 3 minutes starting the portal. It's not that bad. Do you have a back? What the fuck do you consider the back of this enemy? I imagine it probably does have a back. It does. It does. It's just kind of hard to tell. That's fair that I took that damage. I wasn't really paying attention to what the boss was doing. It does look like you... I'm dead. This boss can be really rough if you don't, like, start it in a good position, and I would say that that was not a very good position to fight the boss. There's basically no opportunity I could get a vantage point on it. That's fine. If I wanted to fight the boss correctly, I should have just, like, run away for a bit and gotten above it, which is usually the safest place to fight that boss. Okay. But I'm dumb and just wanted to go fast. An admirable goal. Alright, not the level I thought it was. Goodbye. Goodbye. Like, I still don't really know what the meta for this game is. Like, is the meta to stick around and get a few items? Because I basically always immediately start the portal as soon as I find it, and then get whatever items I can, like, nearby after the boss is killed. Like, you know, I should probably take the speed, because movement speed is, like, incredibly important in this game. Okay, you fucking cock-blocked me. Legends. I should definitely be using... Oh, first off, my right-click ability more than I am. The character is very squishy, I should take note of. I never use my right-click. That's, like, the first thing I should be doing. But I have noticed I am dying fairly quickly. I'm dying relatively quickly here. Maybe I should be doing some crowd control? A little bit more, at least? Oh, okay. Don't even know what hit me there. Probably the million enemies surrounding me. Maybe I should be doing some crowd control, but... I think I should also just be using my abilities better. This is more what I remember it being like. This is the Risk of Rain 2 experience. Finally, glad to be home. Yeah, I have no idea where the newts spawn on this level, so probably just going to abandon all hope on that regard. Like, I've got plenty of VODs already where I talk about exactly why I don't really like certain aspects about Risk of Rain 2. So I feel like I probably don't need to go into it again. I'm just gonna quickly check if there's a newt back here. Even though it doesn't look like one would even spawn here. This just looks like a path. Oops. Yeah, this is just a path. Nothing too interesting about it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I probably don't need to go into it every single time I play Risk of Rain 2. But, I would say the #1 reason that I think Risk of Rain 2 is, not the greatest is incoming damage sources just feeling more annoying than anything. And I always bring up wisps, because wisps really are, like, the biggest problematic enemy to me. I know it's not that big of a deal. Like, they do hardly any damage. They are killable in, like, one shot with basically any ability. But it's just, like, not fun to play around, especially when they knock you off the level. I don't find that very fun. And I especially don't find it fun in, like, the real late game. By the way, killed by wisps. Both getting knocked off by a wisp and also, like, 8 of them surrounding me, just pelting me till I died. It's a lot of fun. But, yeah, especially in the late game where they have, like, the harder versions of elites that actually will do damage, even if they're just wisps. I think is kind of a stinky way of designing, like, the most common enemy in the game. It's just like, yeah, I mean, so you can avoid it. You just need, like, basically, I don't know, like 10 movement speed items. And then it goes from being, like, a constant annoyance to they will literally never hit you unless you're standing still. It's just, I don't know, it feels like a particularly bad decision. But also, as not the only offender of this, probably not the best idea to do what I did here, but here I am, stuck in the middle with you. I'm dead. 100% deceased. Nice use of your right-click ability, as always. Can I? Thank you. Ooh, hi. I'm dead. Please. Spare me a few seconds. Just a few Hello! Okay, cool. Pretty sure I was killed. Oh, apparently I was killed by Stone Titan. But I feel like the last hit of damage there came from a wisp. Because I didn't know what was happening. It's how it always goes. It's just like, I took damage from something I literally can't see and had literally no warning of. It's probably a wisp. Maybe I was on, like, the very edge of that dude's AoE blast. Hey, look. I finally get an opportunity to maybe have fun. All fun has been sapped out of this experience, by the way. I regret saying I was having fun earlier. It's just the way it goes, man. Hello? Can't aim. But it is nice to have a character that can actually... I mean, it's basically like the epitome of a glass cannon. It seems like one of the squishiest characters in the game, but also one of the most damaging one. Cool, Dick. Thank you. Thank you for your constant, non-stop entertainment. This is why I haven't banned you yet. I've thought about it a few times, don't get me wrong. I've thought about it. Should probably be using this to move a little bit faster. Yeah, that's it, Dick. That's it. How could I ever ban the cutest person in my chat at any given moment? Of course, except when my girlfriend is here. Gotta defend myself on that joke. Okay, now that I'm actually using, like, all of my abilities instead of just, like, 2 of them, that went, like, significantly better. Really? Surprised that didn't kill. It was so close. So close. Also, what? How did that not kill? Who did I hit with that? But man, the wisps really are a constant annoyance. But yeah, not just the wisps. I know I keep talking about the wisps, but other enemies in the game have the same problem. The big chunky dudes are actually one of the better. Almost got blasted off because for whatever reason they thought it was a good idea to give the enemy with, like, basically 0 damage, like infinite knockback on its attacks. So easy to get just blasted off of a ledge by the wisps. All right, just die. Just die. But there's, like, other issues with enemies too. Like, these guys will literally never hurt you. That's an issue in the other direction. But yeah, it's still an issue. Equipment charge, don't have any access to that. So, no thanks. I'll just leave. But it was nice talking to you guys. It was nice talking to you. The fucking lizard guys are pretty unavoidable as well when you get close to them. Like, their little fire blast is not... I don't think it's hit scan, but it's a super fast projectile. How's it going? It's going alright. It's going average. It's par. I don't see anything here I could remotely care about, so I think I'm just going to the bonus area. Not that I could use those items anyways. Literally have one item to my name, and it's the one I got from the boss. Down we go. Did I miss it? I feel like I missed it. Yes! No? That was the... Okay. Where is it? I thought it was at the bottom, but maybe it's not all the way at the bottom. Or maybe it's farther? Okay, I went too far. Too far. Alright. It's somewhere around here. I don't remember it being difficult to find. I can feel it in my speed. Okay, those aren't solid. Good to know. Thank you, Double Jump, for saving. There it is. Yeah, the delay on the smoke bomb, like the secondary Double Jump effect, saved me there. Thankfully. Could have been in trouble. But outside of that, I don't know. I think that a lot of the characters are just poorly tuned and just, like, no fun to play as. Like, I find with most characters, playing solo, especially, you just don't have enough damage on your own to have literally any fun. You just get outscaled by the game so quickly, on Monsoon at least. I know there'll be plenty of people who have, like, thousands of hours in this game screaming at me being like, no, 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 you have no idea what you're talking about. Risk of Rain 2 is simply the best game to ever exist and has literally no problems. Because there's people like that for every game. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it or not, but I guess it's fairly relevant, so I might as well, given what I just said. I woke up today to some unexpected messages about a YouTube video that dropped like a couple weeks ago. A YouTube video of mine. But yeah, I was just checking my YouTube channel because I always just check it in the morning to see how the videos that just released did, and most of the time they're as expected, to put it nicely. But yeah, I saw that someone had left some comments on a video I released like, I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So I checked it out, you know, tried to see what it was all about, because it was like a bunch of comments left at the same time. And by a bunch, I mean 3, but still. But yeah, it was someone who had looked at my... And to be fair, my video is titled in like a, you know, intentionally kind of eye-grabbing format. Some might say clickbait. But it definitely did have like a leading title that if you are someone who loves literally everything about Terraria. First off, what the fuck, dude? Like, just the damage over time from walking in this place almost killed me. This is such a squishy character. Like, I feel like, is there anything preventing me from just sitting here and ungodly slowly regenerating my HP? I don't think there is. The timer isn't continuing. They should just heal you if they're gonna allow something like this. Or they should either not allow you to do this or heal you, because this is stupid. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my story going, I guess. Yeah, the video was titled, I think, The Game That Was Accidentally Good, or something. And it was just it was the full VOD, like the 5-hour VOD of me reviewing, like, every single patch note, or, you know, the important patch notes, throughout the entire development of Terraria's history. And, you know, it's a video for entertainment purposes. I think it's fairly clear that it's just my opinions, like anybody talking about a game that they like or dislike, or like and have things that they dislike about it. You know, I'm not saying, like, everything I said in the video is objectively correct. Like, obviously, the Terraria developers don't think that what I said is objectively correct, or they wouldn't have done the things I disagree with. But this person got pretty upset. I would say an unreasonable amount of upset, but continued to watch the video for like a good 30 to 40 minutes. Just like marking timestamps about everything they disagree with, and like, here's why I disagree with you, and you have no idea what you're talking about. And then they ended it with a comment that was like, alright, I'm done with this video. I can't stand it. I'm just too upset. Like, everything you're saying is wrong. I don't agree with it. Goodbye, more or less. I was like, alright, you know? Like, if you weren't enjoying it, most people would just, like, exit out of the video. But, this person felt the need to let their opinions be known. And, like, I get it, right? Like, me being a streamer that, first off, pretty much no one cares about to begin with. Also, my HP is good. Me being, like, a very unknown streamer that no one gives a shit about, like, yeah, no one cares about my opinions of these things either. But, like, at least what I'm doing is doing it, like, in a show format because I think it's entertaining, right? At least that's what I was getting at, is, thank you. I'm a little afraid, but this should be okay. Never mind. Very afraid. The shift ability recharges quickly enough that, like, you shouldn't ever be in danger as this character, though. Also, didn't even see that guy. But, yeah, no, I get it. Like, I understand that no one cares about my opinion either, but at the same time, like, you're actively coming into, like, my video to tell me your opinion, right? Like, my opinion was just out in the void. And if people want to hear it, they either watch the stream or they clicked on the video to get there. Am I dead? No, thankfully not. Thankfully not. But they wanted to force feed me their opinion, which is just like, it's incredibly who asked energy. Like, you know, if you don't like my opinions, you don't need to be there to hear them. Like, it was your choice to do that to begin with. Thank God I got some format of passive healing. I'm gonna wait as long as I can in this bubble, because I know it's gonna hurt me very badly when I leave it, because this character has about as much durability as an infant. So yeah, I don't know. I was just baffled, basically. But I understand it. I guess I shouldn't say I understand it, because, like, I by no means would ever do what this person did, or, you know, sympathize with people who just, like, constantly angry post on the internet. But, like, I guess when I say I understand it, I mean, you're not the only one, right? Like, I guess I expect it, right? Like, I expect when I release a video stating my opinions that it is the perfect atmosphere for people to angry post on the internet. So it wasn't entirely surprising, I'll say. Wow, I can't do any fucking damage. Okay, thank God that kills. Because the armor on them is making my regular attack do 1 damage unless I crit. Pretty cool item choice for them to decide to have now. Yeah, I want to get rid of that guy first, because that guy is way more dangerous. How often does... My right click does not recharge as quickly as I would like it to. Also, love to see that my hemorrhage also does 1 damage. Yikes, dude. This is kind of scary. This is way more dangerous than it needs to be, just because of the item they got. Like, that's a real unfortunate luck of the draw there. Oh, it didn't stun him on the second hit there. Maybe because I didn't wait long enough or something? I don't know. Like, maybe there's a cooldown on how quickly you can stun someone. Okay, that'll help me. That'll definitely help me in this area, getting from point A to point B without dying in the void. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Hello? Ooh, there you go. Finally got it. Took me a while. But, yeah, I just, like, left a comment on the last one that they left saying, bro. That was it. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to rag on this complete stranger, even though they are, like, totally acting out of line. And you know, if you are the kind of person who sees that, like, if you're a content creator and you're dealing with that kind of criticism on a daily basis, I won't say that it's the wrong thing to, like, go off on someone like that, but it is kind of like, you know, it's not going to accomplish anything, basically. Like, it doesn't look good on your end, and also is not going to be beneficial to the person you're, you know, upset with. Not that you need to be beneficial to them, because they're the one acting like a dickhead in the first place, but I don't know, it's just kind of, like, pathetic to get riled up by a comment like that, when, like, you know, they were just someone who, even though they don't know the best way of expressing their thoughts on the matter, were just upset that they saw someone, you know, talking down about a game that they are really attached to. And, you know, I mean, from my perspective, I just wish I could be, like, they're kind of missing the point a little bit, because it's not like I dislike Terraria, right? Like, I still think that Terraria is a very good game, and there's a lot of good parts to it, but there really are some things worth talking about and critiquing. And some of the things that I brought up that they really didn't like, I think that they're still valid. And, you know, just because that they express their opinions, it's not like all of a sudden I'm going to change my entire ideals about how I view Terraria and be like, yeah, okay, I see what you're getting at. Now that you said the jungle armor is actually very, very good, I agree. It is good. Thank you. Thank you for illuminating that to me. It's not exactly how it works. I mean, if they made points worth agreeing with, it's not like I'm that stubborn that I wouldn't listen to them at all, but like, another good example is, the streams I did of Hyper Rogue. Like, I was just wrong, dude. Like, there were many things I said in that stream that I just, you know, appeared abundantly stupid and misinformed, which is fair, because the things I was saying about the math concepts in Hyper Rogue were just wrong. So I'm not gonna, like, listen to people commenting on that video and being, like, genuinely helpful towards trying to teach me the math of it. I'm not gonna look at that and be like, nah, actually, sorry, the way I explained it was correct. Like, I'm not saying that all feedback is going to be taken poorly by me. I just mean that that's specific, especially when it's, like, an opinion on a game. Like, I feel like I can't believe that worked. First off, that was a shot that never should have landed, but I feel like I explained my reasoning behind why I, you know, dislike these certain aspects about Terraria pretty well, and literally nothing they said about it really counteracted or changed my mind in any way. They were just there to be angry, basically, which is fine. You know, if they need an outlet to vent, like, I don't get it that often, so I guess it's, you know, it's not that big a deal to me when it happens every now and then. But like I said, I can definitely understand if you get that kind of shit on a daily basis. You could get fed up with it, but definitely don't handle it, like, too negatively, because it does look pretty bad on your end if you're, like, you know, a streamer that gets regular attention and you only focus in on, like, the one or two negative comments and just go off on them. Like, that's pretty pathetic. But, yeah, anyways. I just said bro. Because my standpoint on it is, if they're a reasonable person at all, it can go one of two ways, right? They're either not going to be reasonable at all, and they're going to look at that message and get super angry. Be like, you know, I can't believe you would do this. Like, I'm just here trying to express my opinions the same way you expressed your opinions. You have no idea what you're talking about. I just felt like, me as a commenter, I needed to leave some notes in the comments so that other people wouldn't be misled by your slander. Terraria is a perfect game. There's nothing, you know, they could get mad by a bro message, for sure. And I've had experiences like that in the past, where I've just, like, seen someone acting out of line, and I've been like, hey, man, you know, like, lightened up a bit. Like, especially in a public situation where it's abundantly clear as an outsider that, like, everyone else in the area is just kind of being, like, dragged down by this one individual being a shitter. Because I hate to be in that position. Not that I'm ever, like, a shitter, but I definitely hate the idea of just being completely unaware that I'm unwelcome. So yeah, I have in the past. One particular moment that stands out to me was, like, right when Lethal League Blazed was released. Did I say Blazed? Lethal League Blazed. Right when Lethal League Blazed was released, oh god, I'm bleeding. I went to the, what's it called? Team Reptile? I went to the Team Reptile Discord, because that's where, like, a lot of people who were playing Blaze were, like, you know, connecting and talking, and typically after completing a match with someone, you would check if they're in the Discord and say, GG, smiley face. Just, you know, just a fun place to hang out. But, like, on the very first day that I joined that Discord, there was someone just, like, being angry, just, like, being incredibly mad, when everyone else in the Discord was just like, hey, I'm enjoying Blaze and having a good time, and it's, like, a really good sequel. But this one person was like, literally all of you should just be playing the original. Blaze is, like, such a shit sequel. They clearly had no idea what they were doing when they made the sequel. Like, the original is better in every single way. Like, hey, you guys should still be playing the original, come on. Like, I have nobody to queue with now. They fucking ruined my favorite game by releasing a shitty sequel. And they were pretty mad, obviously. But, literally everyone else was just, like, upset to be around this person. So I just kind of, like, lightly nudged and was like, why are you being a dickhead on the release date of a sequel to a game that you enjoy? Like, even if you think the original is better, like, especially on release day of all things, like, this is not, like, it's not doing what you think it's doing. And, yeah, they got pretty upset. They were pretty mad. They were like, I don't care if I'm not a positive, you know, actor in this community. I don't want to be a positive actor in this community. I'm just here to tell people that the game they're playing is shit. And I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. That's fine. But, yeah, I don't know. To give you a rough idea about why they thought Blaze was a worse game is because the original Lethal... Well, not the original. Although I think the original does as well. But the original Steam release of Lethal League has, like, perfect inputs is, like, the best way to describe it, where you press move right, you instantly move right. You press move left, you instantly move left. Even if you're, like, heading full speed to the right, you press left, you immediately double back. There's no momentum, there's no acceleration, it's just... You input a digital input, and the game immediately responds to you on frame 1. And they like that control more, which is fine, but I don't think that a game handles that well online. I think that, yeah, in general, like, especially in a competitive atmosphere, you want the controls to be as tight as possible, but when that competitive atmosphere is mostly being handled online, which I would say there's not too many people getting together to do LAN parties of Lethal League. Yeah, it just makes more sense to have a little bit of delay. Just because, like, there are going to be a few frames, no matter what, there's going to be a few frames of like, delay or desync or whatever you want to call it, with your connection to the other player. Like, even incredibly good internet on both players' parts, it's still peer-to-peer, which is not phenomenally fast, and, like, the server can only do so much to predict what you're doing as a character. that it's for the most part better to not have perfectly snappy controls in an online competitive game like that. Like, that's why... I don't know. I'm not going to talk about fighting game balance and all that, but it's safe to say that I think that, sure, there is a case to be made about wanting perfect controls, but also when talking about playing a game online, it's kind of a moot point because you're not getting perfect controls in an online environment anyways. So, like, if you're already dealing with, like, more often than not, at least, like, 10 frames of delay between you and the person you're connected to online, like, does it really, really matter that much to you as a player that they added, like, 3 or 4 frames of acceleration before you reach max speed? Or, like, a little bit of delay when you double back from moving, like, straight to the right to straight to the left? It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But anyways, back to the original point. They could have gotten mad about it, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they got mad about it, but I am happy to report that they were actually, like, a completely understanding individual and realized that they were out of line and were like, yeah, you know, I was admittedly upset about some of the things you said about Terraria, but I was just basically a whiny baby. Because they were basically a whiny baby. And they apologized and said that they know it's a problem of theirs and they're working to fix it. Which is, like, huge to hear that. And you love to hear that. It's only happened one other time in my entire life of talking to people online being like, hey, that was a little bit out of line. And them actually agreeing and being like, yeah, you're right. 'Cause I feel like, especially, because I talk about despising people who are, like, way too online and just exist to be angry. Because it is, like, a huge issue on the internet and happens way too frequently. But, yeah, it's nice that there are some people out there with reason and can understand when they're being a little freak online. So I actually ended up feeling good after the engagement, which is not usually what you're going to have happen when there's someone angry posting about something you did. I'd say the more often case is that they just continually angry post until you have to, like, block them. But, yeah, it turned out nice. So yeah, I don't know. I expect it. Like, that's just what you get when you talk about things you don't like in a game. Like, there will be people who are like, I have no idea why this guy's being such a baby about certain aspects of Risk of Rain 2, and that's totally fair, you know? These are opinions, and opinions are like an asshole. Everybody's got one. Something like that. But, you know, I'm still always gonna talk about the, you know, opinions I have, because, like, what else do I have to offer as a fucking live streamer? I can't just constantly be like, oh, what are we gonna do, boys? The character's so squishy, I've got no health regeneration, like... If you're really looking for that kind of commentary, there are plenty of streamers on the platform that'll give that to you. But I just like talking about dumb shit. And, you know, it's not always completely irrelevant to the game. Sometimes I've got dumb shit to talk about, including the game. And certain design things I disagree with. But I don't know, Risk of Rain 2, like, I always say I don't like it because I don't like it. But I'm not gonna say that Risk of Rain 2 is a bad game. Like, there are so many people who just absolutely love, like, everything about Risk of Rain 2. Which is fine. You know, I'm glad that there are people who enjoy the game to that degree. And same thing for Terraria, right? Like, I can't be mad at that person for like, really, really enjoying Terraria, including the things that I don't enjoy about it. I can be mad about the way they handled the situation, for sure, but, again, you know, I am not in the position where something like that is going to drag me down too much. I just kind of look at it and laugh and be like, I don't think that this is doing what you think it's doing. Alright, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go because I'm, like, in the middle of a valley. This could be my death, as pathetic as that sounds. I just want to get up high, like, very quickly. Okay, God. It's a long one. Come on. Yeah, I really wanted that to work, but it's okay that it didn't. I'll go the long way. Okay, the fall damage is potentially life-ending. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. It was closer than I thought it was. And look, there are moments where the gameplay does drag me in, and I find it worthwhile to talk about the game for a little bit. But, yeah, I don't know. I have more fun just talking about whatever is on my mind, including and excluding the game. But man, I'm thinking about the particular reasons that they were upset about that Terraria video, and they just, I don't know. Like, I would say that I would like to talk to them about it to really understand why they like it, but I don't know. They, first off, gave the impression that they were a kid, so I don't think I would really have fun talking about Terraria with, like, a 12-year-old to begin with. But also, I don't know, if they had their opportunity to explain why they thought these things were good and okay as they are in the game, and they kind of missed the ball. They were, the two biggest things that they were upset about were, one, really upset that I didn't think the jungle armor was worth it at all. Which, I don't know, like, how do you... That comes from such an obvious lack of understanding about the game mechanics that, like, how do you even approach to explain to someone that the jungle armor isn't good? I don't know, honestly. Yeah, the jungle armor is not good. To express my full thoughts on why the jungle armor is not good. The jungle armor is not good. Not only because of the area that you have to go to get it, being like one of the most annoying places to go in the game, and I am going to tack that against the jungle armor. It's not fair to the armor, maybe, because the armor didn't decide where you need to go to obtain it, but, like, honestly, just, like, if you can avoid the jungle, please do, because it's awful. It's not as bad as the underground sand biome, but it's pretty bad. But no, that's not real criticism. The real criticism is that, like, I'll look up the fucking raw stats on it right now. The real meat and bread and butter and potatoes as to why the jungle armor isn't particularly good is just the raw stats of it. Just kind of blow ass. That is not the correct jungle armor. There you go. This is not the correct wiki. Where the fuck? Can I just, like... Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Just go to the wiki first. There you go. Like, let me look at... I can open up the other armor to compare it to as well. Let's see. Armor. Here we go. Alright, so... At the time that you get jungle armor... You also have the opportunity, because, like, jungle armor is, it's ranked above meteorite. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if you really care that much about the damage bonus, just go for meteorite. Where's the, okay, the total armor for, oh my god. The total armor for jungle is 17 compared to meteor at 16. And what do you get for it? You get 80 mana, which... Who cares? You can get magic potions. 12% magic crit chance. Will literally never affect the outcome of a boss fight. Plus 6%! 6% magic damage. Minus 16% mana usage. And you get grass particles when moving. Incredible. Versus meteor armor, which is 27% magic damage. So the only benefit you're getting for jungle armor is the reduced mana cost and 80 mana capacity, which anything regarding mana is completely useless in Terraria, because you just get infinite mana from potions anyways. I know it is pre-hard mode, so it's before you get the mana flower, but you can still drink mana potions manually. Oh, did they go back on it? I thought they made it, or am I thinking of Calamity? I might be thinking of Calamity, where they changed the set bonus to not make Space Gun cost 0 mana. But there you fucking go, right there. Why would you ever care about the increased mana shit you get from Jungle Armor when Meteor Armor makes the Space Gun cost 0 mana? And that's like one of the stronger mana weapons, or magic weapons at that point of the game anyways. There's no reason to prefer Jungle Armor over Meteor Armor whatsoever. And if you really don't care about the other effects of the armor and only care about defense, which is what you probably should, you're better off going with either the Shadow or Crimson Armor at that stage of the game, or the Molten Armor. So there you go. There's literally no redeeming qualities to Jungle Armor at all. And the other thing that they were upset by is my notion that them removing the like meteorite skip, and the fact that you used to be able to just go straight from having nothing in the game to immediately getting meteorite armor, I think is a huge positive to the game. And I literally say it is like a huge perk to enjoyability specifically. Like, that's the exact verbiage I used. Because, like, yeah, I see the problems with the game that, like, that shouldn't be the way you play it to begin with. But, like, I'm not here to redesign Terraria from scratch, right? Like, I'm just saying they had a Band-Aid fix in the game that perfectly fixed, like, a lot of the boring parts of the game for me, and then they went back on it. Like, I think that it's hard to say Terraria wasn't a more fun time. Oh, yeah, that's a good item. I like that item. But yeah, it's hard to say that Terraria wasn't more enjoyable when you could do the meteorite skip. But they completely disagreed, because, for one thing, they said that, you know, it's problematic that you can skip from, like, having nothing to having, like, platinum or gold armor, for example, which is just, I don't know. Like, they very clearly, and they say it themselves, have, like, just obvious differences in what makes good design, but I would not say that Terraria would be a better game if they forced you down an incredibly strict progression path, a la Starbound. That's the one. I forgot the name of it for a little bit. But yeah, like, I don't know, if you really want a strict progression, then play something like Starbound, which I think is an abundantly worse game than Terraria, even. I say even, but that's not fair. Like, I do think Terraria is a good game, has good qualities. How do I do my slam? I thought you just hold spacebar. What am I doing wrong? Is that bugged? That does not seem to be acting as intended. Hold interact. Oh, I think they changed that. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so that's the power-up button. Weird. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I get it. I get why they would think that's a problem, but also, they are someone who thinks that the first area of Terraria is the most fun, and they said that the late game is too bullshit, I think they said, and the mid game is, like, boring or something. I don't remember their exact complaints, but they said that they enjoy the beginning of Terraria, where you have no movement abilities whatsoever, as the most fun part of Terraria. Which, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I checked out. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna leave a bro. Just gonna leave a bro. There's nothing that can be said other than bro. Because it's at the level, like, I'm not saying would have, you know, entered a real discussion if they had, like, somewhat arguable, you know, alternatives to what Terraria currently does, or alternatives to what I was saying is probably a better way of describing it, because they have no issue with what Terraria currently does. Yeah, like, I don't know. If I found any sort of reason to be had with what they were saying, maybe I would have actually, like, commented in a like a non-condescending way, because I was a little condescending. Like, you can't say bro with literally no other message and have it come out as pure-hearted and smiley as any other message in this world. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, I don't know. There is nothing to actually be debated. I fucking hate saying the word debate, because you just, like, it. I mean, it is like that is typically the kind of person who loves having debates, is the kind of person who would be like, Shapiro is my fucking idol, and literally everything he says is the word of God. When, I think the you know, for the most part of humanity, the common consensus is that, he doesn't really know what he's talking about most of the time and kind of speaks over his head. And that's a perfect fucking assessment for everybody who loves getting in online debates. It's perfect. They truly found the perfect idol that you can draw literally every accurate conclusion about who they are as a character and be 100% correct about it. All they have to do is say, I love to debate on the internet, and you know literally everything about them. It's funny how that works. Did that kill? Nope. Not at all. But I probably said enough on the topic. And at this point, I'm just alienating people for no reason. Like, look, if you love Ben Shapiro, then fucking, honestly, get out of my chat. But, at the same time, you know, I guess, you are beholden to your own opinions on the matter. I just don't want to listen to it. This is a boss that I have very little experience with because I played very little of the... Oh, you cannot counteract this knockback effect. Awesome. I have very little experience with this boss because I did not play much of the game after, like, 1.0, basically. Oops. Ooh, there you go. I forgot you could force the secondary effect of that to get a triple jump. And I also forgot I had a double jump. But yeah, this dude's movement ability is actually really good. I don't think this boss is, like, hard at all, though. Yeah, there he goes. Goodbye. I hate this enemy. This is another one of those unavoidable hit scan type dudes. I mean, not that it's that hard to take out. Like, every step of the way, I feel like I need to, you know, cover, like, every single angle where people can be upset about what I'm saying about Risk of Rain. When it's, you know, it's whatever. I don't care if people get upset about what I say about Risk of Rain 2. Like, if you are really going to be that defensive about Risk of Rain 2 of all things, I, probably don't respect what you're gonna say regardless. That's, you know, these streams and videos, if you're watching it on YouTube for whatever reason, are just for entertainment purposes. That's all it should be taken out of. And if for you, your entertainment is getting mad on the internet, like it does seem to be for a lot of people, I kind of wish there was, like, a slight bit more range on the right click for this guy. Like, it is very short range. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. If you love being angry on the internet, just, like, log off. You know, there's better uses of your time, for sure. 10 minutes in the run, despite actually being, like, 30 minutes in the run. Oops. That's not bad. Probably wouldn't take a glass knife even if I saw it. Though I don't know. I was gonna say because, like, the character is so squishy, glass knife might be too dangerous. But also, like, the character is so squishy, like... Yeah, sure, I'll take some extra recovery. The character is so goddamn squishy. Would I really be losing out that much if I took, glass knife? Probably not. Let's move on. Maybe that flask was, like, one of the best items in the game. I don't know. I forget what it does. And I am hesitant to take any lunar item that I don't know about. But the run's going well. I'm not sure if I want to try and fight the last boss, or if I just want to, like, obliterate myself, as it's, What the fuck is this? Is this a new area? I just realized I have no idea where I am. That's probably something that should have come to me sooner. You would think so, at least. Woo! Angry man. Kinda scaring me. Okay, maybe it's like the hundreds of wisps here that should be scanning. Or scanning? Scaring me. Never mind. I'm scared about the boss, too. Oh my god, dude. Things fall apart so fucking quickly because of the way damage works in this game. Yes, this is the way the game was meant to be played. Hiding behind a rock because of the hundreds of enemies that you can't avoid. Yikes, dude. This, like, is this fun for people? People have fun doing this? Like, I guess the correct thing to say would be, well, you don't have as many items as you should by this point in the game, which is probably fair. But at the same time, like, goddamn, dude. Like, take back what I said about wisps not doing that much damage, because when fucking, like, 20 of them spawn on top of you constantly throughout the game, it's just like, you're gonna take so much damage that you couldn't have avoided. It seems so silly to have that as the most common enemy in your game. Yeah, I have no idea where this area is. What this area is, I should say. You're typically not talking about the geographical location of the areas relative to one another, in Risk of Rain 2 at least. I do have a lot of money, thanks to that. Probably mostly because of the boss. There you go, that's an item I've been looking for. Glad to see it. Because having the, I don't know what to call it. What is it? They just call it barrier, I think. Having the barrier as a little bit of reasonable amount of HP, and definitely easier to manage HP, although with just one of these turtles, it's really not that much to talk about. What are you? Oh, okay. Cool. But yeah, the barrier is decent sustain, because you're always going to be killing things. Oh my fucking god, is this literally just wisp area? Like, only wisps spawn here? What the fuck is this? I hate this area. Who thought this was a good idea? I should probably take any active item. Oh, that's already done, huh? What are you? All sorts of crazy mushrooms. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a regular double jump. Okay, so that's what this area is then. It's actually just non-stop wisps. Wow. Not only do they continue to defend their horrible enemy, they have doubled down and created an area to specifically target me and make me despise everything about it. Awesome. You truly love to see it. Well, let me get the fuck out of here as quickly as possible then. It's a cool looking area, so it's unfortunate that it has to blow balls as much as it does. Do I want to go to the golden area? I don't even know if I could afford it, for one. Ooh, sure. Because I can afford it, I might as well. It's a fun area. Although I kind of forget how it works. Like, I think you have to buy pillars before you can damage the boss, if I remember correctly. Where the fuck? Like, I've been looking around. Where the fuck is the portal? Where is it? Hello? Is there a huge underbelly? No. No, there is not. Where could I be missing this, then? Also, if there's, like, a little bit of jitteriness to the stream, don't worry, that's me too. My game is jittering. It's not just you. God damn, dude. What a miserable area. I'm probably gonna die fighting this fucking boss because of how many wisps there are. Like, why? This isn't fun. Now greater wisps. That's a different story. That's a great enemy. Okay, there's the portal over there. I'm blind. I was looking for the particle effects, but this whole area kind of has, like, ambient particle effects. Very pretty, though. Oh, yeah, I'm not too disappointed in myself for missing that one. God damn, dude. I'm gonna have to, like... Okay, it's the same boss that we started out with. I'm gonna have to, like, shred it as quickly as possible. Not happening. Not happening. Please, drones. Get rid of the army of 3 million wisps. Good lord. This sucks, dude. Why would they do this? Who made this? I'm dead. Like, I'm absolutely dead. This is not my idea of a good area. Holy shit. Like, if you had any sort of crowd control items, I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad, but this is rough. I do have a couple. I have the lightning and I have the fire, but it doesn't proc that often. Yeah, this is extra bad. Oops. What? How did I not get my my recharge there? I killed that guy. That was not the best way of handling that, for sure. Please die, thank you. Just like getting constantly surrounded by these guys that I don't have any opportunity to actually engage with the boss here. I'm trying to clear them out a bit. I mean, maybe it's my fault for handling the area in the way I did, but like, I don't know, it seemed like I handled it the best way I could. I was trying to find the portal quickly, and I didn't. So all of a sudden, I have to deal with this everywhere, forever? They're just non-stop, constantly spawning directly on top of me? That's not fun. Man. I'm giving you so many chances, Risk of Rain 2. I'm giving you so many goddamn chances. And every step of the way, you just do something to baffle me. Make me go, huh? Wait for it. Ooh! What was that? Why did I get my... Wait, does your shift go off cooldown while you're in it? Oh, wow. That's, I was wondering why I could use that so quickly there. That's pretty nice. Oh, I also probably got one of the, Do I really want to... I guess I will. If I die here, it's my own fault for sure. But, I probably got one of the resupply packs or whatever they're called, the ammo packs. I don't even know if that hit. because let's all be honest here. Clearly, I am not the best at aiming my right-click ability. Okay. Little frightened. Slightly frightened. Two of these guys. I don't want to... Ooh, okay. I don't want to activate the pylons yet, obviously, because that would get the golden guy to show up. I can't remember. Maybe the golden guy just shows up over time. Though I think it doesn't show up until you at least activate a few of these. Should probably get a little bit closer so I can be using my right click. Why am I on fire? Nobody knows. What the fuck? Oh, it's his crystal thing. Crystal? Oh, god damn it, dude. I didn't know he was doing the laser. I might die here. That was my safe spot. He took it. I hate that... Oh my god. First off, I hate that you can't sprint unless you're using specifically the W key. And secondly, I hate that you can't even use your, like, movement abilities, or it counts as being in combat for things like my regen item that regens me out of combat. Should probably turn invis here. There's a lot of crosshairs on me. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Let's get this going here. Get a little extra support from the boys. I'm not handling this area very quickly, am I? Oh, time is stopped here, though, so it doesn't matter. That's good to know. I keep using my right click like it'll ever do anything. I don't know, it feels so out of character that his right click is not a ranged attack. Like, at least be mid-ranged. Being, like, a closer range melee attack than most of the melee characters just feels like you're never going to use it. But I have to use it if I want to unlock the alternative to it, because I need to get 15 stacks of hemorrhage on one enemy, I think. I mean, with the bosses now, I probably could if I just didn't use anything other than... God, this is annoying. Other than the right-click ability. But I would also need to be using, like, lights out on enemies. Okay, well, this is never going to stop, I've realized. Ooh, I thought those were chests. Apparently not. How much money do I have? Oh, I've got enough money to take out the entire area, I'm pretty sure. I know there's also chests here, and that's like the reason you come here, other than the item you get for killing the boss, but I don't see any. So, I'm just going. I'm just going. Nice. Never mind, I thought I killed it with lights out there, but lights out still didn't recharge. I think what's happening is I'm hitting them with the right click, and, oh, I can already kill the boss. I'm hitting them with the right click and then using lights out, and it's looking like I'm killing them with lights out, but I'm actually just, like, almost killing them, and then the damage over time effect from the right click is finishing them off. I think that's what's happening. Wait, but, yeah, no, I don't know. The damage over time only lasts for 15 seconds. How the fuck would you get that many stacks on it? Or is it 15 seconds or is it permanent? I don't remember. I'm dead. That was not handled very well. I'm treating the boss as a joke. A joke boss just for farts. Dude, I'm excited for the second season. They just finished filming for it, I think. Is the news, the word on the street. I'm talking about I think you should leave for those completely out of the loop. Oh, I have to buy the things again. I think either because I was too slow or I don't actually know, honestly. I don't know what makes them deactivate. I'm not sure if it's time-based or if it just always happens after you do a certain amount of damage to the boss, but that's fine. Not that big of a deal. Yep. Classic. It's a lot of enemies there, huh? You would really hope to get a, Oh my god, dude, I'm getting destroyed by his fucking blasts. the little thing on top of him that shoots bullets. Yeah, you would really hope to get a fire thing popping. There you go, there you go. That's what I wanted. Though I don't think there were that many enemies on top of that one, unfortunately. I'm dead, dude. Like, not even the drones can save me on this one. There's so many fucking enemies, holy shit. I mean, that definitely helped clear it out, but still. I just don't do enough damage to crowds. I mean, he doesn't really have good crowd control as a character. That was close. I would love to have, like, a guillotine. That would be cool. Any chance I could get one of those? Any chance at all? How did that hit me? I thought I was in the clear. Okay, that's enough hanging around this area. I was just doing it to clear out some of those guys while I had the protection of the pillar. Okay. So it looks like your the gold ones you bought don't deactivate at the very least until until you have all of them purchased, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe they're always on a timer. Or, like I said, maybe there's no timer at all. Though I kind of reckon there is. Not the best time to engage up close and personal with the boss. Right when he decides to use his laser that you need to hide to avoid. Yeah, I'm dead! I'm dead! Goodbye! Please! What the fuck? Where did all that damage come from? Probably the hundreds of enemies that spawned. Do I have to... Oh no, I can still damage the boss. I thought I might need to re-up the pylons or whatever they're called. God damn, dude. So much damage all at once. I'm so bad at aiming. Not helping the situation. Damn it, dude. Every projectile is bullshit. Ranged enemies. Remove them. I think the big lizards are fine. As far as me. Yeah, okay, it is time-based because it just went out. Well, that sucks. Because I don't really get that many free opportunities to damage the boss when it's constantly surrounded by like 800 of these baby bitch lizards that I take issue with. Problematic. Yeah, the big lizards are fine because you can actually... outside of that attack, which is just like if you get too close to the lizard, you're just gonna get destroyed by that. But for the most part, great aim. For the most part, that enemy is fine. It's just the tiny lizards. I mean, same thing with the wisps, right? I think the big wisps are fine, but the tiny ones are the problem. I still haven't figured out, like, how this dude, or, like, what's the most optimal way of shooting with them. I think it's like Epona. You want to use all of your carrots while you have them, and then just wait for all of them to recharge. It's not a good idea to, like, wait for one to recharge at a time. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Dude, why am I not getting the fire? There you go. Thank you. Does it need, like, a certain amount of damage to proc? I think they made changes to that, so, like, certain abilities do have a higher chance of certain effects happening. Like the fire and the ice thing. Did they also put, like, that global cooldown on it at the bottom left? Okay, it looks like my shift ability can completely outlast that attack, which is good. Still have 3 left here. Oh, you know, I do have the AoE for my jump. That's right. I should be using that more, but it's kind of scary because it, you know, puts me directly in the mix of all of the enemies. Doesn't seem like the best idea most of the time. So just wait for it to start. That's probably the pylon I'm going to hit last. Because it's directly next to the boss right now. Like, lure all of the enemies away from it and then just run in. Although, I'm accidentally luring the boss as well. Every enemy has to be an elite too, right? Every enemy. I'll try it. It didn't work well, I'll be honest. I don't think that did, like, any damage worth talking about there. I was hoping it would just, like, shred them all, but not even close. There you go. That's what you love to see. This is so fucking slow. Thank God the timer is stopped in this area. Okay. Probably shouldn't have used that. But it's only 3 seconds downtime, since it recharges cooldown while you're using it. It's not that bad. Alright. Oops. Okay, I'm blind. I deserve to die. Oh god, I'm already in. The ability. Yeah, that was really bad. My apologies for that one. Just straight up didn't see that he was using the laser. So, I take full ownership over that disaster of a rush. I really shouldn't be using my shift unless I'm engaging with the boss. Because I don't want to get hit by the laser like I just did. There you go. Although I did press it a little bit too early, it should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Just run. And that's, like, another big issue I have with the game on it. Are you fucking kidding me? The pylons went out so quickly this time. That's another issue I have, is the fact that, for the most part, like, movement speed basically makes you invincible. Oh, wow. Surprised that did that much damage. I thought I could just tank a hit. Apparently not. Apparently not. It feels like my R ability, especially if it kills, is like a... I mean, I don't know if kills have anything to do with it, but the R ability definitely has a higher chance of doing that. The fire pillar. I'm getting lots of XP. Like, I mean, if XP is what I'm going after, I could just grind here for ages. Although now a lot of these guys are spawning for some reason. Probably based on the boss's HP, if I had to guess. But yeah, I'm just grinding, dude. Like, I know level is important. Like, level determines base damage and a few other stats, though I don't really know. I know definitely base damage. Oh, and HP. There you go. Those are the two obvious ones. But kind of in the dark on the rest of it. Like I said, there's probably definitely chests that I'm missing here, and forgive me if I've ran past them 800 times, because I probably have. I'm mostly focused on not dying and trying to kill the boss here. Okay, let's just rush in. Easy peasy. Nope. God damn it, dude. Immediately he decided to do the laser. What the fuck? What was that? Okay. Cool. I'm pretty sure I was blasted by a laser that was entirely obscured by the boss's laser, so that's a lot of fun. That's Risk of Rain 2, everyone. I will be calling it there for today. Who knows if I'll ever play Risk of Rain 2 on stream again? I don't know. It's like kind of fun every now and then. It's like moderately fun. It's an okay time. But I'm going to be switching over to